Let's talk about this whole Warner Brothers Discovery Netflix situation because, like I said, this is not the end. When last we spoke, there was the threat of investigation from the Department of Justice if Netflix were the one to win out. So, being as Netflix is the one that put up the highest bid, that means there's now going to be... I don't think they've officially announced that it's actually happened. It very well could have been a threat, but very possibly there is going to be an in-depth investigation into the business dealings of Netflix. Meaning there's going to be a very long time between now when they put up the winning bid, theoretically, versus... when they actually can merge the two companies of Warner Bros. Discovery and Netflix. Even then, if we get that far, it will not be the entirety of Warner Bros. Discovery and Netflix. It will be Netflix purchasing the movie production side of Warner Brothers as well as the streaming side of Warner Brothers. And then some of the other... I think the gaming portion is attached to that as well, so that Mortal Kombat, the Harry Potter games, etc. There's a lot that's there, but there's also it's not the Discovery side of things. It's not the TV stuff necessarily. So it's a little messy. But that being said, now that we kind of have the TLDR of the workings as it were, if nothing else were an issue, let's get into the issues because there are a few of them. First, to start this off, we have when the official announcement happened. This was what most of the articles were saying. This is going to be a little bit more on one side than the other. If this is your first stream with Generally Nerdy, but let's get into this article. So, major shift in Hollywood is underway as Netflix has reportedly won the bidding war for Warner Bros. Discovery and entered exclusive talks to finalize a deal. See, it's not 100% done. It's not a guaranteed thing yet, even though that's the way it's being reported by most media outlets. The trades report Netflix hit the price Warner Bros. Discovery wanted, beating out Paramount and Comcast after a volatile day of counteroffers and back-channel maneuvering. It should be said the deal is far from complete, and as Netflix and Warner Bros. Discovery still have to finish talks. It's also been reported that Netflix will face years of regulatory scrutiny. Hey, there's an official announcement. We'll get to that in just a moment, I think. So Netflix hit the target price. So I want to hit this section, and then we'll go to the official announcement. So... Deadline reports that Netflix offered $28 a share for Warner Bros. Discovery Studios and HBO Max assets. Like I said, this is not the entirety of Warner Bros. Discovery. The wrap adds Netflix hit the, quote, magic number at $30 a share that sealed the exclusive window. Both outlets confirm Netflix included a massive $5 billion breakup fee, matching the protection Paramount added on its own bid. Warner Brothers put itself up for sale in October. We've been covering this since then, since before then even. Because again, real quick TLDR, when Warner Brothers merged with Discovery and that whole thing took place, the understanding was that they were going to do it with the presumption that down the road the company was then going to be sold again. So this was anticipated. So let's go to the official announcement from Netflix and Warner Brothers. Oh, this might actually be on my list of things. Nope, I didn't get this one, but that's okay. So this comes from the 5th, so just a few days ago. Following the earlier report that Netflix won the bidding war for Warner Brothers, now the company officially announced a definitive agreement to acquire Warner Brothers for a total enterprise value of $82.7 billion with a B dollars, a $72 billion equity value. Pending the planned separation of Warner Bros. Discovery's Global Networks arm and Discovery Global. So those are the two arms of the company that are not included in the deal. Per the official announcement, the deal is expected to close December 18th. I'm sorry. I read that as a date. That is 12 to 18 months after the separation completes in quarter 3 of next year. So we have approximately a year from next fall before this is even anywhere near completion. So again, a lot can happen in a year and a half, a year and 3/4 even. Netflix will take ownership of Warner Bros. Films, TV studios, HBO, HBO Max, and DC while keeping current operations intact. What Netflix is buying. Netflix now gains one of Hollywood's deepest libraries, Warner Bros. Franchises, including Harry Potter, The Sopranos, Game of Thrones, Big Bang Theory, Wizard of Oz, the entire DC universe, and Mortal Kombat. We always have to throw that in there because, of course, we do. Will sit next to Netflix originals like Stranger Things, Bridgerton, and Wednesday. Ted Sarandos and Greg Peters said the deal positions Netflix to push even harder into global entertainment, expand production, and reach more viewers with both new and legacy IP. Our mission has always been to entertain the world, said Sarandos, co-CEO of Netflix. By combining Warner Bros.' incredible library of shows and movies from timeless classics like Casablanca, Citizen Kane, to modern favorites like Harry Potter and Friends, with our culture-defining titles like Stranger Things, K-pop Demon Hunters, and Squid Game, maybe don't list that last one anymore, because that one fell off hard. We'll be able to do that even better. Together, we can give audiences more of what they love and help define the next century of storytelling. Now, this kind of alludes back to what we were talking about last week, in that this almost feels like Netflix wants to become a platform in the same way that Roblox and Fortnite are a platform for other games. There is still the core content of Netflix, but now that if this goes through, again, I'm not saying this is done by any stretch of the imagination, but if nothing happens between now and then, and this goes through as they want it to, this feels like, and there's been announcements, I don't remember if I have any of them tagged in our stories for the day, but there have been announcements that Netflix is saying that they'll basically keep Warner Brothers functioning as is. That'll just be a merger of the streaming sources, effectively. You'll be able to access their content through Netflix and such, which again kind of sounds like platforming. They're trying to build a platform more than they're trying to build a streaming service, which could be kind of cool. It's going to be soulless and a pain in the ass, but in theory, it's kind of cool. Continuing, the acquisition will improve our offering and accelerate our business for decades to come, continued Peters, co-CEO of Netflix. Warner Brothers has helped define entertainment for more than a century and continues to do so with phenomenal creative executives and production capabilities. With our global reach and proven business model, we can introduce a broader audience to the worlds they create, giving our members more options, attracting more fans to our best-in-class streaming service, strengthening the entire entertainment industry, and creating more value for shareholders. What this isn't going to do is bring streaming prices down, because basically this is going to be incentive for Netflix to increase prices per month for accessing their future platform, as it were. David Zaslav framed the acquisition in the next step in Warner Brothers' century-long running shaping of culture. Quote, today's announcement combines two of the greatest storytelling companies in the world to bring even more people to the entertainment they love to watch the most. That is a mouthful. David Zaslav, president of CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery. For more than a century, Warner Brothers has thrilled audiences, captured the world's attention, and shaped our culture. By coming together with Netflix, we will ensure people everywhere will continue to enjoy the world's most resonant stories for generations to come. More content, more production, more expansion. This is probably going to touch on what I literally just said. Netflix says the acquisition drives 4 goals. Add more viewing options, expand opportunities for creators, build a stronger studio system, and increase shareholder returns. That last one is the one I think is where they're going to stick us with but we have so much more content now. You should pay us $5 more a month for the ad-supported tier. Netflix plans to maintain theatrical releases for Warner Bros. Films while using the new library to strengthen streaming plans. The company expects $2 to $3 billion in annual cost savings by year 3 and says the deal will be accretive to that I don't know that word. Huh? ACCRETIVE. Accretive? I had honestly never heard that word. I thought I had a fairly large vocabulary, but that is a new word to me. To earnings by year 2. So equal to earnings. Accruative? Is that did they misspell accruative? That seems more likely than a new word that I've never heard before. Combined output also increases U.S. production capacity, which Netflix argues benefits the broader entertainment ecosystem. $2 to $3 billion by the end of year 2. Really? So it is a word. Okay, fair. Thank you, Matt at Cosmic Book, for teaching me a new word. Accretive is a thing. Fair enough. Warner Bros. Shareholders will receive $23.25 in cash and $4.50 in Netflix stock per share. The stock portion is controlled by a collar tied to Netflix's 15-day VWAP prior to closing. The transaction requires blah, blah, blah approval. Netflix to acquire Warner Bros. Following the separation. Oh, this is the official announcement that was mailed out, is what this is. Okay, fair enough. All right, so that is the first part of it. We have the announcement that the thing happened, right? So that's just kind of bringing everybody up to the same pace.
Thank you very much, nerds, for tuning in. If you want to level up your nerdy, geeky, pop culture knowledge, then don't forget to subscribe and do all of the things. Go check out the main channel, Generally Nerdy, for the larger portion. Again, you get all of these sections into one convenient video over on Generally Nerdy. The name of the show is The Week in Nerddom. Thank you for checking out this clip. We will see you next time. Before we go, though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.